Now, what do you do when you want the flexibility to do everything in Elite? Well, you pick a large overbuilt pleasure yacht. But what if you don't want to be a massive sitting duck with a stick up its ass being puppeted by Imperials? Well, then you got a choice in between the small and large ships. Conveniently, they're called medium. And some that don't suck ass completely either. More specifically, you have a choice between a Python, the god tier jack of all trades and shitter of none. Krait II, the lazy copy with 2 tricks up its sleeve that, like unwanted children, actually ended up finding a niche by pure luck. And the new Corsair, the non-Gutamaya ship that someone else built. So if money is no subject and you want to do everything, be it combat, exploration or trading, these will likely be the ships you'll be looking at. But which one's the best of the best? Well, let's take a look. Now, starting off with the original do-it-all beast, my favorite moisture and heat-seeking venomous throbbing Python. Now, for a long while, if you did any kind of a trading in small stations, like, say, Rubigo, or any passenger missions, in, say, for example, Rubigo, this was the undisputed king, both in jump range and, more importantly, in internal space, being the largest. Now, for combat, however, it was lagging behind dedicated ships like Federlands, and yet I still loved how you could, if you were not, well, me, as in someone with arms growing out of his ass, to beat Federlands pilots, thanks to better power distributor and more overall health, be it using massive amounts of steroids in form of a shield cells, afforded due to the optional compartment space, or massive amounts of Viagra, otherwise known as hull reinforcements. Speed, however, was the problem most of all. And unlike, say, Mamba that can compensate its stiffness with zoomies, Python was up a shit creek without so much as an Imperial paddle. As for exploration, well, it was comfortably in middle ground jump range, allowing for non-frustration-filled travel. I long since argued that Python is the best all-round ship in the game, but it still came with notable drawbacks. So, when it came time for Krait II to be squirted out, some people tried using it in PvP and just as quickly abandoned it. Sure, Krait II sacrifices a little bit of that internal space, shields and hull for extra speed, jump range and tiny bit of maneuverability. Oh, don't forget about the ship launch fighter bay! Ah yes, the lag switch exploit machine. But seriously, no one sane ever uses it, mostly due to the SLFs simply sucking ass for the space they take up. Unless, again, you simply want to desync your opponent by spamming fighter controls. Which, by the way, Frontier considers an exploit, so don't do it. Don't spam fighter orders in PvP, okay? Don't do it, okay? Okay. Still, Krait II being 10 million cheaper felt like a nice early access to the same weapons and power distributor as Python. Yet the extra speed was not enough to compete in PvP, so the ship was thrown aside as soon as you could afford Python. That is until people realized that Krait II has exact perfect top speed to keep away from Basilisk Targoid, the fastest murder flower. And since then, thanks to the great weapons, their placement and massive power distributor, Krait has earned the top spot of being the best anti-Xenos ship. Well, well, that's until... Corsair, the most expensive medium ship, also the only medium ship with size 7 thrusters. What the fuck is this ship even? More cargo, more weapons, and that speed. Jesus fuck dancing Christ, that speed. Corsair didn't just arrive with a bang. It arrived in the wake of an atomic blast of power creep and downright OP-ness. Now sure, it costs nearly twice as much as Krait II, or 50% more than Python, or 3 million more than the motherfucking Type 9, but it has no excuse of being better than everything in the game right now. Now sure, cargo-wise Type 8 beats it, and so it does in passenger missions as well, which in of itself is a choice by developers, but the big issues of Python and Krait, you know, the top speed is utterly blasted out of the water by Corsair. Now, with the exception of Mamba and Imperial Clipper with their bizarre maximum top speeds, all other medium ships have hard-coded 591 meters a second. But not Corsair. It's got 600. And that alone would be rather interesting. However, because it equips class 7 thrusters, their minimum and optimal weight limits are so high, you will never reach them. Meaning that you can literally strap your mama onto this thing and it won't give two flying fucks and still go at those 600. This so overpowered and unbalanced fact alone propels, pardon the pun, Corsair to be the leader of not only anti-Xeno gameplay but downright competing in PvP. Now granted, just like Mamba, it requires jousting tactics in order to win only, cause maneuverability, well, that's not changed since Python, so you're fully dependent on those zoomies. Still, the ship has that and more hull, shields, cargo space, and weapons than the god tier Python. Just for what, a few more pennies? Oh, but did I forget the 4th furthest jump range in the game as well? Right between DBX and Krait Phantom? Space fucking Jesus! If Python was god tier, what the hell do you call this overpowered mess? Alright, reverse skiing still. Okay. Well, he definitely can't catch me. Funny. So this has become a war of attrition. Yeah, interesting. Alright. Let's see until he gets bored. Or I fuck up. This might end up being pretty boring, but let's see how long their attention spans can last. Aww. Oh, look who's talking. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I'm not the one who jumped out like a little bitch and jumped back in because he needed his little friend to get him closer to me. Oh, look at who's running. Running. Look who's running. I was willing to fight, no problem. Hey, my shields are not yet at 100, so I'm taking my sweet time. But look who's running. Aww. So-called PvP people. They need their friends to hold their hands. How cute. Kiss each other good night, okay? Good night. Bye-bye. Oh. My God, it's hilarious. Oh, it's really hilarious. I'm still here. Come on, guys. What's the matter? Can't keep up? Chose a really bad ship? Aw, needed your friend to help you? Aw, cute. Peak comet. I know, right?